Alright, so this is going to be a little bit off topic for my channel, but I wanted to do a brief video discussing my experience cycling with Uber Eats in Toronto. Now, my hair is a little bit wet. I was just outside and it started raining, so yeah, lucky me. Alright, so the first thing I want to discuss, and I think this is perhaps the most important thing, is the fact that there are no hourly guarantees with Uber Eats. And as a cyclist, you're going to realize that there's a lot of standby time, or I guess you would say downtime, even during their peak hours. Now, you're going to see promises online saying 16 plus an hour during peak hours, and I have to emphasize that's during peak hours. Also, Uber customers generally don't tip. And I don't really know why this is, but I have talked to a lot of drivers, and I've also talked to a lot of fellow cyclists, and they've all said that uniformly no tips, basically. You're not allowed to solicit for a tip, but a tip is always appreciated. But generally within Uber, it's just been within, I guess, the nature of Uber that customers don't tip. Alright, so another thing that I wanted to mention is that on their website they have a designated area, and it makes it seem as if, Uber Eats is only available within this certain area, and you won't be sent outside of that area. However, what's actually the case is that you're only going to be picking up within that area, but you could be dropping off outside of that area. So say for example, a few days ago I had an order where I picked up near College in Spadina, and I had to take it all the way over to basically Yonge and St. Clair. And yeah, and that's happened several times where I've had to take orders out to say Pape and Danforth, or another one was like basically almost Eglinton and Bathurst. So yeah, you can get sent outside that area, and it really sucks if you only have to pick up one order at that one restaurant and take it all the way up there, and then basically when you're done completing that order, you have to come back down into the hot zone, I guess you would say. So yeah, the fact that they have on their website where is it available, and it says north to DuPont, east to DVP, south to the lake, and west to Dufferin. Well, that's only the pickup area for the restaurants that they service. It's not the drop-off. Another issue that I had during my first week is basically I would rush to the order as soon as it would come in, and it would not be ready. Now, you can cancel from within the app stating that the restaurant did not have the order ready. However, like I said, there's a huge downtime, so I don't really think that's really effective. So now what I do is I basically take my bike and I walk over to the order, especially if it's only like a 5-minute walk over there and park my bike, and usually within that time frame a second order will come in, especially during peak hours, from that same restaurant, and that's when you're going to be making your $16 plus an hour. So I'll take my time, walk up my bike, get that second order, and as soon as I walk in the restaurant, the first order is ready, and the second order is either just gotten or just ready, or it's within 2 minutes. Now, there have been a couple times where I got to the restaurant and the first order was ready and the second order was like 10 minutes wait, but otherwise it's been okay, and I wouldn't bother canceling it from within the app because I just think that the orders aren't coming in quick enough to justify doing something like that. So now you're asking yourself, why would I want to do this job if I'm not going to be making good money doing it? Well, first of all, I like to be out on my bicycle, so it works out well in that regard. Also, I live within one of the main service areas. I live right at Queen and Spadina, where there's a ton of restaurants, and I could sit on my front porch and accept orders. Now, in terms of cycling off to another area during standby time, I find that this doesn't make a huge difference. Also, I think it's a little bit dangerous to be cycling through traffic and having to look down at a phone and press accept.